When your body is healthy, you may feel like you have countless problems, but when your health declines, suddenly there is only one problem that matters: your health. So let me ask you this. What if your everyday cup of coffee could actually help protect you from the muscle loss that quietly steals your strength day by day? Here's a surprising fact. After the age of 50, people lose about 1 to 2% of their muscle mass every year. By the time someone reaches 70, as much as 40% of their muscle mass may already be gone. Slowly, simple things start feeling harder. Getting out of bed in the morning isn't as easy as it once was. Climbing the stairs can leave you breathless, and sometimes your legs may feel unsteady when you stand up too quickly. It only gets worse from here, a lot worse. What's hard today becomes impossible tomorrow, from finding it hard to walk to having bad falls. Once you start falling, everything changes fast. You go from doing everything yourself to needing help with everything, getting dressed, taking a shower, even going to the bathroom, and likely ending up in a nursing home fast. But in the next few minutes, I'm going to share 5 simple things you can add to your morning coffee that will help you build stronger muscles, steady your balance, and keep you living independently in your own home for years to come. But here's the thing. Number 5 on this list is going to shock you. It's something most people ignore every single day, but when you add just 1 teaspoon to your coffee, it can reverse muscle loss faster than anything else I'm going to show you. So make sure you stick around until the end, because number 5 could change everything for you. And I promise that by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to add back 10 to 15 lbs of muscle and feel strong and steady on your feet again, just like you did 20 years ago. I am making you this promise because as a doctor who has treated thousands of seniors struggling with muscle loss and weakness, I have watched what works and what doesn't. Over 85% of my patients came back with significant strength gains after adding these 5 simple things to their morning coffee that we'll be talking about in a minute. Before we begin, where are you watching from and how old are you? What muscle loss problems do you have? Let me know in the comments. I will be replying to each one. Lastly, I have put together 95 easy, fast, and effective muscle building and muscle loss recovery recipes. To get it, use the link in the pinned comment. My name is Dr. Alan Mandel, and welcome to the Senior Wellness Lab. Let us begin. Number 1, almond milk. The first thing you need to add to your morning coffee is almond milk. And here's why this is so important. As you get older, your muscles need more magnesium and calcium than ever before. Here's what's happening in your body right now. Your biceps need calcium to contract. That's the upward movement when you lift your arms. But magnesium helps your muscles relax. That's when your arms move back down. So when you walk, climb the stairs, or get up from a chair, your muscles are doing a lot of work and using up a lot of calcium and magnesium. That's why if you're 60 or older, it's really important to get enough of these 2 minerals into your diet every single day. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I make sure I get these first things in the morning with my coffee without buying expensive supplements that can hurt my liver and kidneys? That's where almond milk comes in. Just 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk gives you about 450 ml of calcium. That's almost half of what you need for the whole day. Plus, you get 15 milligrams of magnesium to help those muscles relax properly. Almond milk is also perfect for seniors who have sensitive stomachs, are lactose intolerant, or just can't handle regular milk anymore. Your stomach will thank you. And that's not even the best part. Almond milk supports your muscles in 3 other important ways. It's loaded with vitamin E that protects your muscle cells from damage. It has healthy fats that help your body absorb other nutrients better. And it's naturally low in sugar, so it won't spike your blood pressure. Research confirms that calcium is crucial for muscle function and supports healthy muscle contraction and relaxation. Recent studies also show that magnesium status strongly affects muscle performance in older adults due to magnesium's key role in muscle contraction and relaxation. And that magnesium intake was significantly associated with sarcopenia, and magnesium supplementation improved performance in older adults. Number 2, cinnamon powder. Your greatest chance of fighting against aging is muscle. Muscle is true medicine. The more muscle you have on your body, whether you're 50, 60, 70, or 80, no matter what age you are, the more calories you burn just sitting in your chair, the higher your chances of living a long, healthy life. This is fact, and it's backed up by science. Nothing compares to having strong muscles, especially as you get older. Muscles are where you dispose of glucose, so glucose regulation is one of the most important functions of your body. Your life and independence depends on it. If your muscles can't dispose of glucose properly, you get type 2 diabetes, the type that may require an amputation because your wounds refuse to heal. That's why it's super important to regulate your blood sugar. And the best way to do that is to have muscles that are big enough to put the glucose into. That's where cinnamon powder in your morning coffee comes in. Cinnamon powder is the most researched spice you can add to your morning coffee to regulate blood sugar and glucose. Some recent studies even show that it improves insulin sensitivity and helps moderate glucose spikes. Here's the science behind it. Cinnamon contains something called cinnamaldehyde. Think of it as tiny helpers that make your muscle cells more willing to accept glucose. It's like cinnamon opens up the doors to your muscle cells wider, so glucose can get in easier instead of floating around in your blood causing damage. And that's not even the best part. Cinnamon also supports muscle growth in seniors by slowing down how quickly food leaves your stomach, so your muscles can absorb glucose gradually and avoid blood sugar spikes. It helps increase blood flow to your muscles and reduces inflammation in your muscles. Plus, cinnamon actually helps your body make better use of the protein you eat by improving how your digestive system breaks it down. Start having half a teaspoon every morning with your coffee to see results fast. Number 3, ginger. The reason strong muscles matter so much is because when you get older, being weak and fragile can literally kill you. The numbers are scary. Once you turn 65, if you fall and break your hip or leg bone, you have a 15% to 30% chance of dying in the next year. That's crazy. Even if you survive the fall, half of the people never get their strength back. They end up weaker than before for the rest of their lives. Losing muscle becomes your biggest enemy once you hit your 70s. To keep your muscles strong, you need to eat about 30 grams of protein at breakfast and 30 to 50 grams at dinner. But here's what nobody tells you. It doesn't matter how much protein you eat if your body can't break it down right. Most seniors eat their protein, but their muscles never get it because their digestion is too slow. That's why you need ginger in your morning coffee. Put 1 teaspoon of ginger powder in your coffee before you eat breakfast. Here's what ginger does. It has something called gingerol that makes your stomach work faster. Food moves through your system quicker instead of just sitting there. Studies show ginger can make your digestion work twice as fast. It helps your body make the right enzymes to break down food and stops you from feeling bloated. So when you eat your protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your body actually breaks it down fast and sends it to your muscles where it belongs. That's how you build muscle all day long. But that's not all. Ginger does 3 other important things for seniors that most people don't know about. First, it fights inflammation in your joints. You know that stiffness you feel in your knees and hands in the morning? Ginger helps calm that down so you can move easier throughout the day. Second, ginger helps with nausea and stomach upset. As you get older, your stomach gets more sensitive to foods and medications. Ginger settles your stomach naturally so you feel better after eating. Third, ginger improves your circulation. It helps get blood flowing better to your hands and feet. That's why your fingers and toes might feel warmer after you start adding ginger to your coffee. So you're not just helping your muscles absorb protein better, you're also reducing joint pain, settling your stomach, and improving blood flow all at the same time. That's a lot of benefits from just 1 teaspoon of ginger powder in your morning coffee. Let me tell you about Margaret Thompson, a 72-year-old retired school teacher who came to see me about 2 years ago. Margaret had been struggling with her digestion for months. She'd eat her breakfast, usually scrambled eggs and toast, and feel bloated and uncomfortable for hours. Her stomach would hurt. She'd feel gassy, and by lunchtime, she still didn't want to eat anything. The worst part, Margaret was losing weight, but not the good kind. She was losing muscle because her body wasn't breaking down the protein she was eating. She went from 135 lbs to 118 lb in just 6 months. Her daughter was worried sick because Margaret was getting weaker and weaker. Margaret told me, "Doctor, I eat my eggs every morning like you said, but I feel terrible afterward. My stomach just can't handle it anymore. I'm starting to think I should just skip breakfast." That's when I told her about adding ginger to her morning coffee. Just 1 teaspoon of ginger powder stirred into her coffee before breakfast. Within 2 weeks, Margaret called me. She said, "I can't believe it. I had my eggs and toast this morning, and for the first time in months, my stomach feels fine. No bloating, no pain, nothing." 3 months later, Margaret had gained back 12 lb of healthy weight. Her strength was coming back. She was walking her dog again and even started volunteering at the library, all because her body could finally use the protein she was eating. Number 4, MCT oil. Your muscle mass as you age, no matter how much fat you have, that's what's going to determine how healthy you are as you get older. Now, I'm talking about when you hit your 60s and 70s. It's not about being able to walk down 200 steps anymore. As you get older, the most important thing is keeping up with simple resistance training. I'm not talking about heavy lifting here. I'm talking about things like wall sits or getting up and down from a chair. The amount of muscle you have really determines how healthy you're going to be. The science on this is amazing. It's so connected to your health, no matter what you weigh. Muscle mass is the most important thing for healthy aging once you hit 60, 70, and beyond. So you need MCT oil to give your muscles quick energy during exercise and help with recovery after your easy resistance training workout. Let me explain how MCT oil does this, what it actually is, what the research says, and how much you should take. MCT oil is made from special fats that come from coconut or palm oil. MCT stands for medium-chain triglycerides. Here's what makes them different. They skip most of the normal digestion process. Instead, they go straight to your liver where they get turned into something called ketones. These ketones become instant fuel for both your brain and your muscles. MCT oil gives you energy fast because these fats get processed quickly in your liver. This quick process creates fuel that your muscles can use right away during exercise and while they're recovering. Unlike regular fats that get stored, MCTs get used for energy almost immediately. The research backing this up is pretty impressive. One study with older adults found that taking just 6 g of MCTs daily for a month and a half increased muscle mass, muscle function, and even brain function in elderly people who were getting frail. Another study showed the best results for muscle strength happened after taking MCT oil for just 3 months straight, and you didn't need any other supplements to get these benefits. For dosage, you want to start small. MCT oil is high in fat and calories, so begin with just 1 teaspoon and slowly work up to 1 or 2 tablespoons. Researchers say the safe upper limit is about 4 to 7 tablespoons daily. But if you're taking it for exercise, don't go over 30 jaws because more than that might upset your stomach during or right after your workout. But that's not the most shocking part. MCT oil does several other things that help seniors stay healthy and keep their muscles. They help reduce the inflammation that comes from exercise, which means you recover better between workouts. Regular MCT use also trains your body to switch between different fuel sources better, which helps with muscle maintenance. And MCTs help you feel full so you eat better and get the nutrition your muscles need. Before I reveal the 5th thing to add to your coffee, I need to ask you something. What do you think so far? Are you starting to realize what you should add to your morning coffee every morning for better muscle growth? Drop a comment and let me know. I'm genuinely curious to know what you think. And if this information is helping you understand how to grow muscle even beyond 60, please hit that subscribe button. I spend hours researching and creating these videos to help seniors like you, and your subscription tells me you value this information. It only takes 1 second, but it means the world to me and helps me reach more people who desperately need this knowledge. Lastly, I have put together 95 easy, fast, and effective muscle building and muscle loss recovery recipes. To get it, use the link in the pinned comment. Let us continue. Number 5, cayenne pepper. Thigh muscle mass has an inverse relationship with how long you live. How crazy is that? The stronger your thighs are, the bigger your quads are, the longer you live. So, 3 reasons why this matters. First, when your legs get weak, your balance goes away and your mobility goes away. You just stop going out and spending time with friends as much, right? So there's a social life. You don't get a very good quality of vitamin D from the sun. Your moods are bad all the time and you fall into depression. Secondly, your bone density drops. If you did not know, your bones provide minerals for your brain tissues, and your thighs have the biggest bone in your body. And lastly, the third most common cause of death in older adults is falling. So if you keep your leg muscles up, you don't fall as much. Leg muscles help keep your balance. That's why you need cayenne pepper in your morning coffee to get blood flowing to your thigh and leg muscles early in the morning. Here's the science behind this. Cayenne pepper contains something called capsaicin, and this is what makes peppers hot. Capsaicin can help your arteries work well and helps relax the muscles in your blood vessels so blood can flow easily. Research shows that eating cayenne pepper increases circulation, improves blood vessel strength, and reduces plaque buildup in your arteries. When you add cayenne to your morning coffee, the capsaicin activates something called TRPV1 receptors. These receptors help open up your blood vessels and get more blood flowing to your muscles, including those important thigh muscles. Capsaicin also acts to reduce platelet stickiness, which means your blood flows more smoothly. For dosage, you want to be careful here. Most people can safely take 2 to 8 milliliters of capsaicin daily. That's about a small pinch of cayenne pepper in your coffee, maybe 1 to 8 teaspoons to start. A sprinkle of cayenne pepper used in a meal is typically about 0.1 milliliters. So you don't need much. Start small and work your way up because this stuff can be hot. But cayenne pepper does more than just improve blood flow. The capsaicin in cayenne pepper could reduce high blood pressure by relaxing the blood vessels. It may also help with pain relief, which is important for seniors dealing with joint issues. And some research suggests it might even help with metabolism and weight management. This makes cayenne pepper the 5th addition to your morning coffee for senior health. The improved blood flow to your leg muscles first thing in the morning helps prepare them for the day's activities and supports the muscle strength that literally keeps you alive longer. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret was 68 years old and worked part-time at a local library. She came to see me about 3 years ago. She had always been someone who loved staying active. She used to spend hours gardening, went on long walks with friends from her book club, and even practiced light yoga at the community center. But the day she walked into my office for the first time, she looked completely drained. "I can barely make it up the stairs to the 2nd floor at work anymore," she said. "My legs feel like they're made of concrete and I'm tired all the time." Margaret had been dealing with this for months. Her doctor had already done the standard tests, her blood work came back normal, and her heart looked healthy. Yet despite all that, she couldn't get rid of the constant fatigue and the growing weakness in her muscles. And if this video has opened your eyes to how to enjoy the benefits of coffee, and you now have a clear action plan to start building strength again, the least you can do is hit that subscribe button. I've just given you information that could literally transform your life and help you feel 40 again. Information that most doctors won't tell you and that could save you thousands in medical bills. Subscribing is free. It takes 1 second and it helps me continue creating content that changes lives. So please subscribe now and I will see you in my next video. Cheers. Senior Wellness Lab.